Hello, Denise. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. No, let me get your name right. Is it Nizam?
Yes, yes, yes.
Great. Okay. Hello, Nizam. How are you?
I'm fine too, Denise, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to interview.
It's a real honor. I'm so pleased that you asked me.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, friends, we have Denise Richards here. She's a natural therapist with 30 years full-time professional experience. She originally trained as a reflexologist and massage therapist. This progressed in 1997 with clinical hypnosis, including EMDR and inner child therapy. She, in 2019, trained as a life coach and NLP practitioner, both in Australia. Her passion is to help people overcome trauma and limiting beliefs associated with trauma. Also, emotional eating, quit cigarettes, and general hypnotherapy. She had a very stressful childhood, oldest of seven children in a very poor family. So she has been exposed to an alcoholic father and angry codependent mother. This led her to having very low self-esteem and anger issues. It was after the major road accident at 14 years of age, she decided to seek and find another way to her life. She left home at 16. Her journey has been long and winding with many adventures and negative experiences as she sought to find herself. She has two grown up sons who live in Bristol, UK. Luckily, they are very successful adults and they are very grounded and hardworking. She loves her work and now is learning about social media and how to promote her work online. So another adventure awaits. And here comes with rich experience of EMDR, trauma relays, all the scientific and clinically proven methods. Where she is able to help people with symptoms of trauma by returning them to limbic system to a better homeostasis and then balancing the emotional body. That is Dennis for us. So there is such a rich experience and journey you have had right from leaving your home at the age of 16 to right now. Oh my God, from natural therapist to trauma. Oh, it's a vast thing. I know I can ask you into various other aspects of reflexology, trauma, EMDR, but no, I just requested you, and then you happily accepted because this exclusive interview about limiting beliefs helps a lot of people to understand. And by the way, since this is the December ending, a lot of people will be busy with creating their New Year resolutions and analyzing how their year has gone, etc., etc. Let us straight away get into my first question. What exactly do you mean by limiting beliefs?
Good question. And it's one which, when I was a lot younger, I never thought about it. You just live in the reality that you've created, and you're not aware that you're reacting to your own limiting beliefs. So, what is a limiting belief? It's when you think something is absolute truth, and they tend to have a negative impact on our lives. So let's say you might believe that money is evil. Money doesn't grow on trees. It's difficult to make money. Now, this is the life I grew up in, where it was a struggle for my parents. We lived in poverty. So as a young adult, I believed, as I was told as a child, that it's difficult to make money, that money is evil, that rich people are evil. And it became limiting to me. Okay. Equally, other limiting beliefs are those things that we repeat to ourselves a lot, like, I am silly, I can't do that, I am fat, I am stupid, I'm not intelligent enough. They're all limiting beliefs, but people live within that energy and they think that they're true. And that's really what a limiting belief is. And we all have them to a degree,
Yes.
but sometimes they're very big ones,
Mhm.
which restrict our lives and can lead to depression, anxiety,
No
phobias.
complex. Wonderful. So, what inspired you to help people to work on their limiting beliefs, specifically?
It wasn't an overnight thing. It was a gradual, because of my own journey and my
Journey.
own personal growth and how what I'd learned had helped me.
Mhm.
I thought, you know what, I really want to help other people. And also, I wanted to be, I don't know, even as a child, I had this natural urge to want to help others.
Okay.
When
Okay.
I had the road accident at 14, I do believe I had a near-death experience, in as
Oh.
much as I floated out of my body,
Mhm.
and I had this beautiful image of this light, and I kept saying, because I was on my way to school when I had the accident, and I kept saying, I'm going to be late for school, I'm going to be late for school. And then this beautiful energy took over me, and I didn't want to go back. I wanted to go towards the light. And then I heard a voice in my head, you will be late for school, you have to go back. And I didn't want to go back. But after the accident, I had this skill come through where I was even more intuitive, and I was able to see the aura around things, and I began to get like intuitive information on other people and that. So I had to shut it down. It wasn't until I trained as a reflexologist that it all started to come through again. And that led me on my own personal healing journey, and also on that journey to help others. And it's a gradual, it's not happening overnight.
It's not just like you wake up and decided.
No. Even now I have the limiting beliefs, we all have them, but I recognize what to do about them now. And I know that they're not true. I witness them as stories I tell myself.
And thank you for openly sharing this. This is what I say in most of my interviews, that many experts, they don't try to mask themselves, Dennis, because even now you are saying that you help people, and till now also we might have limiting beliefs which you become aware of, not that you will never have it. So thank you for clarifying that. Wonderful.
No, because as we grow and evolve and we shed one layer of fear or uncertainty or limiting beliefs, as you say, it reveals another challenge which you may not have been aware of, another belief which you didn't know you had, but
Yeah.
you have, and it's another opportunity to strip that layer.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Dennis.
Yeah.
So how are these limiting beliefs formed, and how do they impact our lives?
What a great question. Well, the adult is formed between the age of 0 and 4. So from the moment we are born, we're just like sponges, and we're absorbing the culture, the values, the beliefs of the family, the carers. And if we're told something often enough, or we witness something often enough, we do begin to believe that it's true. So most of the beliefs that we have are formed very early on, even before we can speak, which is why often we can't verbalize something, because we feel it as a restriction, maybe of procrastination, fear, anxiety. They're all indicators that there's some belief in there that you have about yourself, which you learned at a point where you couldn't verbalize it, you just felt it as a child would feel.
Okay.
So we're an accumulation of our experiences, aren't we?
Okay. So got it. That's how.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So let's say certain limiting beliefs we are aware of, and we work on them to some extent or permanently remove them. It depends on individual work, amount of work we are doing, or someone like you would help like coaches who specializes with this is good. But what about the limiting beliefs that we are not aware of? How do they impact us, and how do we work on that? Denise?
Oh, yeah, that's like, as I said before, we often learn through what we've been exposed to early
Okay.
on
Mhm.
before we're able to verbalize things, and also afterwards, because if something happens enough, and as a child you want to get on with your life, you're free spirited, you want to have fun, we repress it, we push it down into the subconscious mind,
Hmm.
and it remains there, and then we keep adding on when we hear that phrase again, or we go through a similar experience. So we often have limiting beliefs that we're not aware of, simply because, as I said before, we were unable to verbalize them, but we felt them. So we view the world, and I think I read somewhere that 96% of our behavior is unconscious.
Hmm.
So we're always reacting. We're not being proactive, we're reacting to our environment. So we're going to react according to the values and the beliefs that we have, even the ones that we can't put an event to.
Hmm.
We just know that we feel that way, which is why people tend to say, and I always listen to what people say just to get, an energy of what's going on for them. This is my life. This is how it's always been. I've always been depressed. I am anxious. This is the way it is. That's always a sign that you're limiting yourself in some way.
Okay.
And we do it. I do it. When I have a new challenge I need to overcome, stuff comes up and I go, oh my God, Denise, you've got to go away and have a look at this in a
Yes.
loving way, because a lot of people think they have to be hard on themselves and tough on themselves. But you know what? You learned this when you were very young. You were just a child. You didn't know any better. So that child needs your love, needs your compassion.
Hmm. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for
Yeah, it's all
clarifying
right.
that.
I hope that's explained it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very much.
yeah.
So, could you please share some of your experiences related to how people got benefited by changing their limiting beliefs? Because since you are a coach, you work with people on helping them to change their limiting beliefs. Some of the examples or experiences you have had with your
Well,
clients.
I do breakthrough coaching, which includes a bit of NLP, hypnotherapy, timeline work as well, and EMDR for trauma. So if you come to see me, I will ask, what would you like to achieve? What is your outcome that you would like? And we look at the outcome, the intention that person has, and say, okay, what's preventing you from achieving that? And that's when I bring in a little bit of hypnosis, where we go into the intention and we go maybe to the past, because often we need to go into the past to heal the future. And as you do that in a very light hypnotic trance, remembering it's interactive, we're talking to one another, you start to receive input from the subconscious mind as to what actually is holding you back, and that reveals your limiting belief. Or you may know what it is and you want help to overcome it. So it's always about looking beyond what's being said, because if you want to do something, you have a dream that you want to achieve, but you're just not getting there. Or you're at work and you have a dream that you want to win a particular role, or you want to get promotion, or you want to earn a certain amount, but you only ever get to half that amount, and you think, why can't I crash through that glass ceiling? So we have a look at why, and it often reveals that you may have been taught, not intentionally, that it's difficult to make money, or that you're only worth a certain amount. And that plays out in our life, doesn't it?
Yes.
I know for me it was. The lack mentality was huge for me.
So that's where the results also matter based on the beliefs and the kind of work we do. Thank you. And could you please give some tips on how to change these limiting beliefs?
How to help them? Well, if you're not having professional help, and I always think if it's something that's really blocking you, I recommend that you seek professional help. Because you're a coach as well. You would know that occasionally we do need help. Would you agree?
Yes. Coaches have coaches, therapists have therapists. I do agree.
You know that as well as a coach, that it's important to seek help because, athletes have coaches.
Yes.
Actors have coaches. Most of the large industries employ life coaches to go into their organizations and help their staff. So we as individuals need help. But let's say you're not getting any help.
Okay.
One way, there are a few tips I want to give you. You might want to ask yourself, what if I'm wrong? What if this limiting belief I have isn't true? And ask yourself that question. And then look around you and look for evidence to show that it's not true.
Okay.
And there will be lots of evidence to say that a limiting belief you have is not true. Even if you want to say, no, it's absolutely not true. Oh, actually, there's evidence out there to say that it is.
Okay.
And then you might want to say, how is it serving me having this limiting belief?
Agree. Wonderful.
And then you'll get answers coming up saying, well, actually, it's not serving me. It's not helping me at work. This limiting belief I have, if it's about relationships, it's not helping me to find love. It's not helping me to improve my relationships, whether it be romantic, work, family, or whatever. And then another way to heal that is to create an alternative belief, one that you want.
Okay.
And create an affirmation, a mantra.
Okay.
And when the negative belief comes in, which it will from time to time, say to yourself, stop, take a few deep breaths, and bring in your new affirmation.
Awareness.
And if you do it often enough, it becomes a new feeling, a new belief for you. I know it works. I do it myself, on myself. And then you need to go out to test them to see if they work. You can try, but you can try just little things, Like you might say, I can't wear jeans. Jeans don't suit me. And then you make a decision. Actually, I'm shopping at the weekend. I'm going to go and try some Levi jeans on just to see, just to try something new. Do what you're afraid of doing. Little by little, it chips away at that limiting belief and creates a new one.
Wow, that's awesome. Wonderful. So, thank you very much, Denise, because right from what is limiting beliefs to how they are formed, what to do with some of your tips and your journey. It was wonderful because I really wanted one exclusive talk on this, and the final tips like creating affirmation and checking for the evidences, and also your suggestion about testing it after we start affirming and started working on it was a wonderful suggestion altogether. Thank you. It was nice talking to you because this is the period, like I am sure many people have already started working on their goals, vision for the next year, and this interviews comes handy. So friends, again, if you have limiting beliefs or going through any traumatic experiences and all that stuff, you're not alone. Please reach out to Denise. I'll make sure that all her website and other contact details are made available in the YouTube description. So you can reach out to her and take help and
Oh, thank you
make
so much, Nazim.
make your next year best year ever. So help is there, professionals are there. Why don't you seek help?
Yeah, and you know, we're, as you say, we're not alone. There is help out there.
Yes.
We begin to feel helpless when we have limiting beliefs because it leads to immobilization.
Yes.
You
And
know?
one of the limiting beliefs I have come across is that if I seek out help, then it's a sign of weakness. I
Yeah,
say it is strength. Please reach out.
absolutely. You only have to think of it like if you wanted to climb Everest, say, you couldn't just climb Everest. You'd have to go and train and do it step by step and
Yes.
learn about altitude. There's so much to learn. So everything is a journey. And overcoming limiting beliefs is another journey toward your own evolution, success, and to recognize that everybody has them. And it's not a stigma
Yeah.
to recognize that you may need a bit of help. Because after all, athletes,
Even
most
world
people
champions, yes,
who are
they.
successful, who
Yeah.
want to be successful, recognize that they need help.
Yes.
A coach, a therapist, whatever. Even if you don't have that and you say can't afford it, there are things you can do for yourself, like affirmations. And then if you find you're struggling with affirmations, you might then think, yes, I need some professional help here.
Yes. I like your example of this Everest. Just because someone decided, okay, let me go and just climb it, they need many things and they need expert advice and all that.
Yeah,
Amazing. So
we
thank
all need help.
you also. Such a simple. It sounds very simple. Okay, what's the big deal? I have this limiting belief and let me overcome it. But it becomes a great hindrance in progress of a person.
What was that you said again? It
I
becomes,
said not working on limiting beliefs becomes an obstacle itself, in and
yeah,
becomes obstacle in resulting the negative results than giving positive results. So why
yeah,
not work on that?
absolutely. It's overwhelming. It stresses us. It makes us fearful and anxious.
And
Because
and
if you have a belief that, say, you would like to lose weight, for instance, and
yes,
you keep telling yourself you're fat, you're in fact you're continuously hypnotizing yourself to
yeah,
believe that you're fat. Because
yes,
anything that we repeat ourselves often enough is what we become to believe. So we have to change that into saying, I am becoming slimmer every day. And the subconscious mind will accept that and know you're becoming slimmer. Then it will help you by saying, no, that's not the right food for you today.
true.
It will help you. But if you keep telling yourself something negative, you keep experiencing the negative.
Yes. And also, Dennis, like how you said, Dennis, like sooner the better to seek out help or working on it instead of struggling for years together
Yeah.
on trying to fix self. That would really help and to get
Yeah.
quickly out of limiting beliefs.
And after all, it's an investment in yourself.
Yes, yes,
And you're worth it. You're worth it. You know, you have a dream, you want to achieve that dream. It's like you want to climb Everest. There's a plan to get there. And every step you take is one step closer.
yeah.
But if you keep negating with limiting beliefs, you keep limiting your own potential.
It was wonderful talking to you, Dennis, because
Oh,
thank you very much for your time and that timely interview, I should say, in the end of the year so that people get benefited. And if someone is like, hey,
thank you.
where do I find help? And that's what I always emphasize that you are not alone, guys. Like, just reach out to the right person so that it's not about, see, whom do I reach out is also a challenge. Some people do not know where to find the help, and that's where my purpose is to make common platform where all these experts are available and based on
Yeah,
their
I think that's a great idea.
yes, they can reach out.
Particularly nowadays, I mean, you know, I work a lot on Zoom. I work internationally. I have clients
Yes,
all over the world, and it's fabulous.
yes, and thanks to technology, anyone from any part of the world can reach
Yeah,
out. Yes,
absolutely. I think I love it. I just love Zoom and Skype and WhatsApp.
yes,
I get the chance to meet people like you,
yes.
you know,
This
talk
is
to people.
possible because of technology.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, we would not have been. And so I think, you know, there's great opportunities through social media
Yes,
to create a community of like-minded people to reach out and help others who otherwise may not, through limiting beliefs, they may not feel, you know, that they can get that help.
true that, true that. Thank you once again for your
Thank you
wonderful
so much.
time and valuable advices.
Oh,
Especially
pleasure.
your examples were excellent.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, and
Yes,
it's through my own experience. I haven't just went to school and learnt about it. It's through my own personal experience and where I've learned what I've done. It's only through having EMDR and having coaching and having hypnotherapy that has helped me to overcome a lot of the limitations that I felt that I had.
you have worked on yourself and started
Yeah,
helping other people with the same.
yeah. And I'm always working on myself. Always.
It's a continuous process.
It's a continuous process.
Yes,
We're all a work of art in progress, aren't we?
yes. Awesome. So thank you once
And I
again.
think you're doing a great job to bring
Thank you.
everyone together, speaking to people around the world. I think it's such a great idea, and I wish you all the best with it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dennis. Thank you once again. Bye.
See you later. So that's the interview. It's only going to edit
Yes.
it now.